Oh, there's this thing I wanted to say about one thing women should know. When you are thick outside and also thick inside, that thing is not attractive.
Oh, shit. Damn.
Like when you're thick outside.
Wait, damn, man.
God damn it, man.
Damn.
It's no longer a plus anymore. So, tusome vitabu. Research, do research. Make sure you gather knowledge. Be updated as a lady. Go in the point where when your man is stuck, you can also come through for them, you know. Like akiwa na brainstorm and ako like basi kuna kitu imenishinda hapa, you know, kuwa hapo muulize ni nini so that you can think okay tunaweza fanya hivi, si hey sasa tutadu we hey basi that thing is not attractive. Like
But when you find somebody so clean, inakupatia ka joy. Yani you will not even enter, you will end.
Hey, cut one.
The following problem is not advice for the children other
ya mwisho. Oh, points zangu zilikuwa 3. I want to go very fast. The second one, it's women should know that it is them who determines whether you will stick together with the man or not. Wow. Most of the time, before it gets to that point of a man deciding, sasa huyu siwezi kaa na wewe, inakuanga ni wewe umedecide. Ikwangi mwanaume amedecide, like mimi nimekaa tu nikamua leo astaki story the udem z. Inakuanga some steps ama actions that you've taken several times that has led to that man now saying enough is enough. Wanaume uko wavumilivu sana, by the way. Ladies, you should know that. Men wanakuwa wavumilivu sana. It's only that we don't speak, but huwa tunavumilia. But you should also know what to say and how to say and how to behave.
What to say?
How to say and how to behave. You see, those things are the things. Sababu unaona hii mdomo ya mwanamke, it's like something that breaks or creates. Most women tend to assume a lot of things thinking that men understand. We don't understand. We want you to express yourself fully. Don't
explain.
Don't assume that I know. Yes, don't assume that I know. You're getting. If there's something that is wrong, before the man becomes the bigger picture, you are the woman of the house. You should tone down and bring sense to that man. So know what to say. Know what to say, how to say, and how to behave. Kuna kitu Bromina alisema hapa, when I come home, I feel nimechoka, niko na stress and all that. And then that is the time you want to pour in your stress, your emotions and all that. It becomes chaotic. We will fight. But if you do the opposite of what Nani was telling you, find the best way to, the best way place, yes, how to behave with that man. Na kuambia mtaka, you will stay.
Nice. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
There's this thing I wanted to say.
Know what to say, how to say, and how to behave.
Hey, you behave, say to behave.
Behave. Back to you in studio.
Like it should be a thing, yeah. It should be a thing. So there's this thing I wanted to say about one thing women should know. When you are thick outside and also thick inside, that thing is not attractive.
Oh, shit. Damn.
Like when you're thick outside.
Wait, damn, man.
God damn it, man.
When you're thick outside and also thick inside.
Lazima ujiite mkutano kwanza.
Pick one thing.
Pick one thickness. You see? When you're thick outside and you're also thick inside, that thing is not attractive at all.
That look good, man.
Like you know, I'd rather you are thick outside but very fit inside.
Exactly.
Si lazima uende gym. No, unaweza kabla unataka nje, but hapa hivi juu.
I'm a fit inside.
Very fit
outside.
Like you, when you're fit outside. Exactly. When you're fit outside, like when you're fit outside, make sure you also fit inside. Because when you also fit outside and you're thick inside, it's not a plus anymore, you know. It's no longer a plus anymore. So tusome vitabu. Research, do research. Make sure you gather knowledge. Be updated as a lady. Go in the point where when your man is stuck, you can also come through for them, you know. Like akiwa na brainstorm and ako like mazi kuna kitu imenishinda hapa, you know, kwa hapo muulize ni nini, so that you can think okay, tunaweza fanya hivi, si hey, sasa tutadu but that thing is not attractive. Like
kuna video fulani ile sija tudema nauliza nini ya economy. Alafu anajibu vitu ziko
so as a lady, this thing I know, maybe you know, maybe you don't, but majority of you don't, so let me educate you. When you think outside, don't be thick inside, you know. Maze men unaweza ona mwanaume akona mdema na kavile anataka. Juu mdema amefunga mdomo. Juu mdema amefunga mdomo. Akifungua mdomo, wewe utakaa na unataka.
Anaribu like everything like
you guys survey kubwa. Unajua nini, at some point funny thing ni hii, my boys, let me send it out there kwa madem. My boys hukuwa na two types of talking. Kuna time ni jokes, kuna time ni serious. Time ni jokes, my boys huwa advice yana vitu za upuzi sana. Yuko tu ni teri zao. Sasa lakini time ni serious my guy. My boys akunanga na
hapa.
Bi sema hivi, piga tu survey yako. Usikue mgumu, usikue na masikio ngumu. Piga survey yako. Watu wenye mtu mwenye ashamari na at least umewapea miaka 3, they have grown. Hebu angalia watu walikuwa na date. Malkia bwana, malkia. Lakini ana settle harusi na shangaa, oh jamaa.
Unajiuliza nini aliona?
Kulimuda. Aliona. So madam, kwanza nyinyi wenye mna glow. Nyinyi hata ndo endangered species.
Kwa emphasize to that point there. Emphasize to that point there. Mdem at some point, okay, in as much as generation whatever wanasema ati I don't wanna get children, I don't know what. You know, when a female or a girl or a lady akifika hiyo level yenye akona kwake ametulia ama apate tu mtoto, si lazima kwenda kwake nini. There are some incidents na peningi pia apate mtoto. You know, the fitness pia wanga inaanza kuwa a minus. Like the body, that body shape planning inaanza kupotea, right? Inaanza kupotea. You know, at that point this guy will keep on sticking with you, not because of
sexual attraction.
Exactly. Ni juu hapa. See, sasa ile body imeenda ni nini ana offer? What else? Because this guy was looking at this body and ako like, manzi yako amesimama. Anakuletea mtoto wa kwanza wa pili uko like,
hajasimama.
Manzi yangu atanifanya nisimame. Unaona? Inakuja sasa ina change direction. So, ikifika to that point where you having 1 or 2 kids, you still remain attractive when inside here is sharp. Unaona, wataendelea kusema nilioa kitu ya maana. No.
True.
Just sorry for cutting it short. I just wanted to bring out this point, like again, what ladies need to know how men also think. The first impression, if a man doesn't want sex from you, how does he look at you? Apart from sex, and after sex, nishakuwa na sex, have sex na wewe nini, tumekula tamu, yes, imeisha. So cut the What next? You see, how are we wired to think? When I look at you as a lady, the first thing I tend to think is, can you raise my kids when I'm not around? As in, what will people say? Exactly. What will people say when I have visitors around? How are you going to present yourself in front of my guest and all that? You get, How are you going to treat my guest? How are you going to treat my in-laws and all that? That is how men think. Mimi nikikana wewe hivi naona apart from sex ni nini nyingine unaweza ni offer?
I think acha niingie hiyo point Ndio maana majamaa madem tunashindoka kujibu hii swali. Babe, mbona ulinipenda? Mbona ulinipenda sana ni hii. Na hii kwetu sasa kuna point tuko past hii.
Exactly.
Sasa naanzaje kuexplain niliona. Wewe ni msharp. Nilikaa tu hivi. Sasa ndio maana watu tunabaki like, hey babe, sasa hiyo swali inakujaje? We have more to explain and you will explain like here, how will you raise my kids?
Exactly.
How will you treat my parents, my in-laws? Unacheki like tumeona
Ama in case you have a business and you are not there, can this woman go out and represent you in that business? Ama it's the kind of woman you won't even want to take to a business. We have so many men out here who cannot introduce their wives to their company. Why? Because they feel like if you get to that company, you will spoil everything.
Hata company ni bali kwa kanisa tu ukiwa mgeni unaogopa kusema nimetembea na bibi yangu.
Akipewa micro
unaogopa kusema kila kitu.
Unaogopa kusema sijatembea peke yangu.
Sijatembea peke yangu.
I'm sorry to say, to give this example, I don't mean to have conflicts with this lady. And there's a lady who was trending juzi where anaimbanga gospel za Kikamba ama anatoka tu ma trending za Kikamba. Sio Kimau, whatever. I have nothing personal with her. Yes, that lady, she was complaining about something aspect of yeye kuachwa and all that. Na najua bwana yake anafanya business. You get it? But the problem, see, bwana ni vile, how do you express yourself?
30 seconds
kwa sababu you can imagine
ni nani huyu
alikuwa anaongea story ya vile bwanake amemwacha and all that, alikuwa ana verbal diarrhea. Let me tell you, if that man was seated somewhere and looking at you
and was planning to come back,
he will not come back.
You gave him the reason not to.
You gave him the reason not to. Now in fact that man will not come and stand and tell you I'm not coming back to you because of what you said, kwa sababu wataona tu wewe ni dangerous, you are poison. When you speak you break everything. That's why I said a woman will always determine whether you will break or make or create.
True.
But me another point when I feel maybe ladies need to know about us men venye Trevor Manasponyo alikuwa to bring out, like even us men on a sitting like this, we love those jokes, but we love a session that now we'll talk on serious business. Like,
exactly.
This the kind
economy
of that
matters.
we work for. Like, yes, this the kind
Don't
of
like the
lady that
partner.
we work for.
Don't like that.
Tunafika tunaongelea vitu serious like this kind of lady will help you by the way with this kind of thing you're doing. Manze, we modu unafanya, you're doing modeling and stuff. I think if you find a lady that does this, this one will work. But most of the ladies will have us sitting down and be like, no, does he have money? No, does he take you out? No, I think
we don't do that shit.
They should know about us that we study the female gender a lot. We study them a lot, unlike what they do. Very few ladies can see a man and then profile them, but a lot of men will see a lady from a distance and give a full profile of that lady. Like,
exactly.
Msichana anajua nataka huyu msichana nikimpea pesa hivi
hata kwa funky tu
na nipeleke nje nampata, and it will work. It will be so easy for a man to say huyu nikimpiga makeup, huyu if I go nimpige makeup nipeleke hapa aende kimpiski na mwai. It's so easy for a man to profile a lady because we study you a lot. So I wish you girls can also, have a sitting that now you need to study men. I wish ladies, they knew that not all sitting boys, to talk about hii kitu. Hii kitu na kujanga mwanzo hiyo inaitwanga dessert, then now the main course becomes something sensible.
And again, just to emphasize on that, by the way, it's hard for you to find men discussing women in general. Unless if they just look at, we could discuss ile hair kona shape and all that, but men will never discuss their women with other men. We never do that shit.
Cheki wacha niwaambie na Kiswahili.
Anasema ngale maiki.
Unaona venye unachambuanga boy wako kwa wasichana.
Men don't do that.
Sisi wapo wetu. Kwanza kuna ile video ile mse. Amipo anatuweka jina gani? Ile Sabato akisema mdemo anata. Cheki sisi hatuwezi chambua kwanza negatively. Unless tunaweka simiti.
Hata ukwe imagine
negatively we don't do that.
Hata ukwe umempatia pressure aje mpaka boy ameenda kulala kwa wenyewe. Imagine you will never speak negative about. Atasema tu mimi mama leo hatujaelewana manze, vitu ni normal home lakini wacha tu nilale. But we never go to that level ya shame. We don't do that shit. You need to know.
Alafu ujinga
Waambie.
Jenga yenyu ni hii. Cheki. Umeanika boy wako kwa kikao. Alafu next girlfriend anatoka kwa kikao.
Hiyo kikao.
Na sio anatoka tu hapo.
In fact ni hapo tu atatoka juu.
Ni wapo kwa shame. Alafu
Sulisha muintroduce kwa pete zako.
Kwanza it has been inspiring. Hii nyonde. Hii click ni hatari.
Parting shot. Not what you think will work, what you may think may not work can work. So it's up to you to take your time to understand the kind of man you have that can work for you or not against you. So not everything will go your way, but take your time to understand what works for you.
Okay.
So, parting shot. There are things you know, there are things you don't, and there are things you don't know you don't know.
There are things you know.
There are things you know.
Nanipea kazi ya kupanga soma sentence.
I say there are things you know.
There are things you don't know.
There are things you don't know. And there are things you don't know that you don't know.
Yes.
That's the reason as to why you should always be on the knowing. Fanya research, taka kujua.
Hata Biblia inasema you should know half of the things of the world.
Exactly. Always be on the like taka kujua. Na tuko hapa kwa sababu yako. Sasa we subscribe tukiendelea kukujuza.
Na tutakupa haya parting shot. What naweza ladies, since we've just realized we don't know like let's say a lot of percentage about this other side. There are 4 types of this gender, regardless of the age. There can be a mzee mwenye na behave kama boy.
Exactly.
So we have a boy, then we have a man, then you have a gentleman, then now we have an alpha. So you need to differentiate between these four people in a sitting. There is a boy. There is a man.
There is a man.
There is a gentleman. And now there is an alpha male. They're two different. And in those sequence, it starts from a boy graduates, becomes a man graduates, becomes now a gentleman. And now there is this alpha.
Okay.
Yeah, there is this alpha man. There are 4 different types of men. So don't see a man and be, men are always like this. No. Which kind of man? Is it a man boy, or is it a man, or a man gentleman, or a man an alpha?
Don't blanket us.
Don't blanket us. They are very different people, and you know who you meet, and know how to grade them, and know how they behave.
Or a man a black man.
Or a man a black man.
On top of it all, before you get here,
You all have
you have to
characteristics.
struggle.
Parting shot.
Hapo kwa parting shot many why, lakini parting shot lazima ni why. To see generalize. I think hiyo ndio kitu imetokea. Kwa hiyo story ya chief priest vizuri. Usi generalize. We bonga jamaa wako. Full stop.
Oh, men are dogs. Why are you meeting dogs?
Parting shot.
Nilikam ku understand hiyo kitu before parting shot ya Sponyo. Ukipata msee anajua who a dog is vizuri. Ataku explain in a very different way. Na mtu ajui dogi ni umbwa
mwitu.
No your dog.
Know your dog.
Parting shot. Mimi nitasema hivi. Sijui nianze na ya hii kitu ama. Wacha niseme hivi. Ladies, wachana na hii ya kuchocha yenye I think Modest said ati mmemeet umependwa. Wachana na hiyo. Umekaa na mtu huyo mpoa wako for some time yenye kwako ina mean kitu. Huyo jamaa akikwambia amekutambua. Imetoka mbali sana. You are somewhere. No, you are not somewhere. You are there. Aya, another thing. Hapa show ni ya vijana. Kuna mtu anaweza kuuza sema vijana wanajichocha wanasema nini? Parting shot yangu itakuwa hivi. Old age is not automatic wisdom. So is young age is not automatic stupidity, si ndio? So si ati lazima ukiwa mzee wewe uko na wisdom. Na si ati jue ni kijana hiyo ni automatic stupidity. Hizi vitu timine zina
Swap.
na wamesema tusiangalie nini na Mpaka next time guys.
Make sure you subscribe.
Yeah.
Click the share button. Mpige hapo comments, fanya kila kitu. See you next time guys.
Yeah.